Championship Open Challenge. And there's your champion, John Cena. Who's it gonna be? I don't know, but I do know the champ is here. And we're in Hollywood. TV, movie, music stars all coming to hang out with our superstars, including Joe Manganiello, Sofia Vergara, right there in the front row, here at Sold Out Staples Center. The werewolf in the Modern Family. Well, that's been the question on social media all week long. Who's going to take the challenge? I'm sure Joe and Sophia are wondering right now, as is everyone in this arena. Joe Mangino played a few superheroes. He might do it himself. You realize John Cena started this United States Championship Open Challenge tonight after he won the title back at WrestleMania.
I had a horribly long and boring dissertation plan, but I say we get down to business right now. Los Angeles is the place to be. Let me hear you. John Cena is still the man to beat. And a special edition Hell in a Cell live only on the WWE Network edition of the United States Open Challenge starts. Thank you, Tony Chimmel. Right now, you want some? Come get some!
Well, who's gonna come get some? What bigger stage for someone to walk out than right here in the Staples Center, one of the greatest arenas in the world, gets one of the greatest champions of all time. Well, inquiring minds want to know, who's it gonna be? Somebody's got one hell of a... What on... Wait a minute. What? Guys.
Cut the music. You know, John Cena, if that is your real name, let's be honest here. Some people like you and some people don't. That's what I call a polarizing figure because, John, let's face it, you're a divider. You're a separator. But you know what I think? I think it's time for people with all different backgrounds to come together. And I think it's time for people from different countries to all come together. But what I really think, Mr. Cena, I think it's time for you to lose that United States title to someone who will do more with it than you ever have. Now, with that said, I want to introduce you to your opponent and the next United States heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Alberto Del Rio.
What? Huh? Are you kidding me? What's up? Oh my God, it's Alberto Del Rio. He's back. Mexico's greatest export. It really is him. With the war hero sound. I mean, Zeb Colter and Alberto Del Rio had so many different viewpoints in the past, but not as many different viewpoints as Alberto Del Rio and John Cena have had. I'm in shock. I don't get it. This is an absolute shocker. These two
this is, you can tell Johnson's shocked. It's everyone in this arena.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the United States Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from San Luis Potosí, Mexico, weighing in at 239 pounds, Alberto del Rio. And his opponent from West Newbury, Massachusetts, weighing in at 251 pounds, he is the United States Champion, John Cena.
Ladies and gentlemen, over the past 6 months, John Cena has defended in this open challenge against, listen to these names, Dean Ambrose, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Kane, Kevin Owens, Rusev, Cesaro, just to name a few, but in no way did John Cena expect his opponent to be Alberto Del Rio tonight.
I have said it all along that one day John Cena is going to come up to an opponent that he doesn't dream is going to walk out. He's going to lose that title. I predict it's going to be today.
And a little bit about Alberto Del Rio when this matchup gets underway. In 2011, Del Rio had one of the all-time great years in WWE history. He won the Royal Rumble that year.
The 40-man Royal Rumble.
He won the Money in the Bank ladder match. He would cash in to win the championship at SummerSlam.
28 days later.
And he would beat John Cena in a last man standing match.
Wow. Hang on, guys. I guess Alberto Del Rio is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Good grief. You know his whole history and everything.
Well, he was a major
player. He's already the United States champion.
He was a major player for years here.
I realize that.
We called all his matches.
Let me just say,
I fought his uncle and his dad in Mexico. I've known Alberto Del Rio since he was a little kid.
Well, don't write John Cena off yet.
I don't think anybody's writing off John Cena, but it may take time for Cena to adjust here in the early part of this matchup against Alberto Del Rio. And there's the side headlock by Del Rio and a slow pace starting things off as you look over the shoulder of Zeb Coulter. Leapfrog by Cena and Del Rio to the hamstring.
I still don't know what I'm more shocked about. Alberto Del Rio being here tonight or Alberto Del Rio being here with Zeb Coulter. You guys know everything about Alberto. How did that happen? How did that relationship come about?
I don't know, King. I wasn't expecting either one of these men to be here tonight.
Well, Zeb is a guy who's always been inclusive of everybody. That's what Zeb's always preached.
What?
That kick to the back of the leg really has hampered John. You can see him limping around here.
Can you believe the shape that Alberto is in? It's the best shape I've ever seen him in.
Well, this goes to what Zeb says. I guess John Cena is a polarizing superstar.
Zeb is all like the Lakers' old coach, Phil Jackson.
What now?
He's a genius at his game. So if Zeb says something, you can take it as being gospel.
Del Rio into the corner, nobody home as he sidesteps Cena. There's an arm drag into the arm bar from Del Rio. And again, what Alberto Del Rio is doing here is softening up the arm of Cena, because remember, his patented submission hold is that rolling cross arm breaker. Del Rio has taken out a number of superstars with that arm breaker over the years. In fact, the likes of Rey Mysterio and Christian Alberto Del Rio put on the shelf with that move.
Oh, man, back to that leg again.
Cena just... And here's Del Rio, and Cena rolled out of the way. And again, these men know each other very well.
That was a patented move by Del Rio to try to land on the back of the neck, but Cena rolled out of the way.
Look out, Zeb. I think Alberto had the right of way. Coming through.
Cena going to take the attack to Del Rio. This is for the United States Championship. There's a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Del Rio for the title. Isn't enough to put Cena away, and a kick out at 2 by John. John's been all out of whack since the start of this match.
I think John's still in shock. The fact that
I think you're right.
Alberto walked out, and to your point, King, Alberto walked out with Zeb.
As Zeb rolled out, what is that thing he's in?
Well, it's some type of scooter.
Del Rio, top rope. Oh, and down goes Cena. Remember, here's the cover again for the championship, and a kick out. Remember, Zeb Coulter was out of action for a long, long time after suffering a serious leg injury. That's probably the reason he's out here with a scooter, right?
Take a look at this. Look at this tilt-a-whirl backbreaker. That doesn't do your spinal cord any favors.
Del Rio is just wearing down Cena. It's been a perfect game plan just so far.
Does he have his seatbelt on?
Zeb's a war hero. He doesn't need a seatbelt.
Watch this again. Oh, man.
This.
Up, over,
Check
and
this out.
right across the back.
Ooh, knee right to the spine.
If any idea what that feels like when a man, not just a slam against the knee, but what it feels like when another man just manhandles you like Del Rio just did. It's disheartening is what it is to John Cena.
No, that suplex block.
Cena delivers one of his own. Cena with a bit of offense there. Again,
You're not going to out-muscle John Cena.
I want to tell you something. Those kicks did some damage to John Cena's leg muscles. Watch out, John. Watch out!
oh, that Enziguri from Del Rio. That running Enziguri isn't enough to win the championship. Cena stays in it. But King, to your point, Cena very gingerly trying to climb to the top rope before. And that cost him. Del Rio able to connect.
Yeah, I mean, it's no doubt that those kicks had no effect on his legs, but to your point, John just hasn't looked himself in this match yet, has he?
No, not at all. Completely thrown off his game with the arrival of Del Rio, and it's been the majority of Del Rio since.
Look, I disagree with you. I think Alberto was just that good.
Whoa!
John Cena just found him.
Again, hook of the leg, shoulders down, and a kick out.
John Cena didn't know who was walking out. I admit that, but he comes out here. Alberto is on his game. Look at him. He's in terrific shape.
And
he's a former 3-time world champion.
Nobody's saying he's not great, John, but he's had who knows how long to prepare for this match. He knew he was going to face John Cena. Oh, my gosh.
Del Rio looking for that breaker, perhaps, and Cena exploding into Del Rio and making sure that didn't happen. Big moment for Cena here.
Yes, it is.
He's got Del Rio stunned, and the champion trying to get back into this match.
Can he capitalize here? Can he turn the momentum in his favor?
Shoulder tackle by Cena.
Another.
And now Cena's rolling.
Here we go. This is a little vintage polarizing. 5-knuckle shuffle.
John looking to set up Del Rio for the AA. Put him away here to retain the championship.
Oh, this will be big. This will be huge. Whoa,
Del Rio from behind, the backstabber.
Terrific counter by Del Rio.
Kick to the face. Cena's in trouble. Del Rio looking to roll him over, and he does. Here's the cover, hook of the leg, and Del Rio's done it. Del Rio's won the
the war hero, Zeb Coulter.
What a story. What a stunner.
With a coach like that, Del Rio may be virtually unbeatable.
Go back and look at just how this happened. John going for the AA, but then, oh man,
Del Rio knew it was coming.
The backstabber, and then, as John mentioned, the kick that won him a world championship, and tonight it wins him the United States title.
Ball game.
Alberto Del Rio is the new United States champion.
Mexico's greatest export is the United States champion. Look at this handshake.
I cannot believe
That is. That's what it should be. That is heartwarming.
It's amazing is what it is.
It's unbelievable.
Ripley wouldn't believe that.
Cena can't believe it either. Viva Del Rio.
Watch it.
John, you had said all along that one night these challenges were going to catch up to John Cena, and tonight was that night.
Look, they had to, Michael. They simply had to. John's one of the greatest champions of all time. He's certainly one of the most fighting champions of all time. But sooner or